I don't think I'm gonna risk that. Right guys, welcome back to another video. Just before we get into today's video, just like to say, if you're enjoying the videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. And you can follow us on social media, doing the usual, coming up down below. And yeah, you can get your Farming Bros merch at farmingbrosshop.com. Go check that out, link will be in the description. Today's video, we're going to be putting the KV ripper on, and we're going to be ripping up some post-harvest spud ground. Basically, we just, after we've dug the spuds, because there's a fair bit of driving which goes on the ground, like going backwards, up and down the field, digging. We get our ripper and we rip over the ground after we've done it, just to sort of get rid of the compaction, and it also like sort of stops any wash as well. So that's what's going to be happening in today's video. So I'm going to be taking you along for a ride. Bit of a trip out to the ripper, because James, well, the harvester broke down the other day. They strapped the repaired bit to the ripper and took it out to the field. There's like two ways out of this field, so we've just hitched up, and the one on the main road is, I don't know, it's like the hedge is there, you can't really see. No, I don't think I'm gonna risk that. That's too sketchy, guys. You can't see out at all. You can't see the gateway either from the road. I nearly overshot it coming in just now. Yeah, it's fairly overgrown, this bit. One branch. This is the one which, yeah, there we go. I'll split boiler. Tractor's through. Let's sort that wing mirror out now. Ah, a little bit more, I reckon. So it's like two grass fields to go up across, and then you come out on the lane, and then you can get on the main road a lot easier, because you can actually see the traffic. But yeah, so that was that field back there is a field of seed which we were digging yesterday. So that's well, the majority of that's done. So you might be able to see the brown field there, that's the spud field we're going to. It's fair stony, so it's just stubble cultivated, not really like made for like what we're probably trying to do with it, but it works. The leaves, they like spring back and forth, works quite well with the stony ground like down here. A bit lazy, but it saves having to change shear bolts every 5 seconds. Another little tight gateway to get through. Combine can get through here, I should be able to get here through pretty easily. I don't quite know where I'm going to start. I don't know, it's just like quite a bit of short runs, and it goes into longer runs, so I don't know if to get my short runs done or go to the long stuff and get on with it a bit, but I'm sort of inclined to go short runs first and then done and out of the way. Right, so we got, I don't know, probably about 5 more short runs left. Sort of just done a cut down because I was getting a bit fed up, but just gonna get those done, and then we'll have all the long land there. It's pretty stony that way in the short run, and then over there down, so there's like a bit of a ridge down there, it gets proper stony down there as well. It's been pretty hard actually, like pretty like baked out as well everywhere this year that I've been ripping. I try when I'm going up and down, like rip over the pathway that everyone's been tracking, and then at the end when I'm doing the headlands I'll get to rip it, I'll rip it again. Otherwise I think just ripping it once doesn't really do it, isn't quite good enough really. I'll show you later, but we've tipped some soil down the bottom on the thinner stuff to try and make it a bit better, but so we might have to give that a bit of a push around with a ripper and level it out a bit. Firstly, out of the grader you get some soil. This is from the trailers. The ripper will chop all the spuds up, but you get the soil and we're just going to push that around. And then this wasn't actually planted because of the thin bit, so it goes thin all the way down to there. So I'm going to have to, I think I'm just going to rip that and just do like a big headland all the way around. Ripping it like that will stop the wash. Got a couple feet to change. That one there is getting a bit light. Those two there, and I think the rest will go for a bit. Now we're going to start messing around with this soil, try and level it out with a ripper. Put the ripper in the ground and hopefully it'll drag it around a bit. Hey, don't tip it over. Fair, that one's not too bad. I think this is going to take a while. It's not going to be a 2-minute job. Giving it my best shot, you might be able to see just there, leveling it over with the ripper, but it's not really good enough, to be honest. I wouldn't have said. Needs the handler because it's going to be like a bit of a mess otherwise. That should be enough for me to like sort of, I'll be able to rip it a few more times, and then at some point you need a handler down there just to spread it around, level it off a bit, because it's like all a bit like that basically. So yeah, that's another job to do, but haven't got too much to do. Obviously my headlands are going to be a fair bit with that bottom bit being like a big headland. Hopefully don't run into too much stone down in the bottom where it's thin there, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Right guys, so we have ended up coming to another field. I haven't really filmed because it's just been pretty straightforward ripping. Yeah, this field's not quite finished, but you can probably see over to the hedges where I've all done, and then I've left this is like up against it down the bottom, the spud rows. So but instead of having like short work to finish off, I thought I'd just leave it and then it can just carry on up and down when this has been finished and been dug. A few more here left to dig, and there's another field over a hedge which we've got to do. So I've got this one run down here and then I'm heading back to the yard. So I think that is going to be the end of today's video. Hopefully you've enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to like and subscribe. Any comments, leave them down below and we'll try and get back to you. And yeah, don't forget, get your Farming Bros merch at farmingbrosshop.com. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.